Hey, there before we dive in, if you're ready to transform your life, hit that subscribe button and join community of growth motivation. And let me tell something right now. Maybe you've been through difficult times too. When I was 14, I weighed 90 kilograms, 198 pounds, and was only 1.60 meters tall. I was the shortest in my class and overweight. My life was a vicious cycle. I spent over 9 hours a day on the computer, ate fast food, drank sugary sodas, and avoided any physical activity. I had no motivation. I didn't study, and I never thought about changing. My classmates called me the class fat guy. And even though I sometimes laughed with them, deep down it hurt me a lot. In PA class, I could barely run 100 meters, 328 feet, without running out of breath. I kept living like that until I was 16, when a friend convinced me to go to the gym with him. At first, I didn't want to, was too comfortable in my routine. But I told myself, let's give it a try. I started going 3 times a week, but after a month, I saw no progress. In fact, I gained even more weight, reaching 98.5 kilograms. I got discouraged and thought about quitting. I lay in bed, staring at the ceiling, wondering if it wouldn't be better to just stay home and play video games like before. After a week of staying locked in my room, that same friend came to me again. Come to the gym on Monday. Give yourself a chance. I refused. But one day I looked in the mirror and had a realization. Do I really want to stay like this my whole life? That question stayed with me all day. That's when I decided to truly change. I went back to the gym, convinced some other friends to join me, and finally started seeing progress. But I made Mr. Cassie eat too little, thinking it would help me lose weight faster. I got to the point where I barely ate anything for 4 days, and one morning I fainted. My vision went black and my parents panicked. My dad looked at me with disappointment, and that's when I realized I was hurting myself. What if no one had been home at that moment? The thought scared me. That was the moment I told myself, this time I really need to get my life together. I started training 4 times a week and doing cardio after every workout. I quit soda and fast food, and results started to show. But one by one, my friends gave up. From a group of 5, I was the only one left. I tried to convince them to come back, but they chose comfort. That's when I realized that if I kept waiting for others, I'd stay stuck. One morning, I looked in the mirror again and realized I still wasn't where I wanted to be. I heard about the book Can't Hurt Me by David Goggins and decided to read it. It motivated me tremendously. I would wake up at 5 a.m. to go for a run, and everything outside looked gloomy, but I still got out of bed, put on those damn shoes, and went running regardless of motivation. The first time I could barely last 300 meters. I was exhausted, but I told myself, you are your only opponent. So I kept going. From 300 meters, I pushed to 3 kilometers, then 20 kilometers. At 18, I weighed 70 kilograms and grew to 1.77 meters. I'm grateful I didn't quit. I learned that in life you're not competing with others, you're only competing with yourself. It's about how far you're willing to go for your dream. It doesn't matter where you start. What matters is how much you're willing to fight for change. Obstacles will come, but only you decide whether to let them stop you or use them as steps toward success. First day or last day, You decide.